Hello, I've been waiting for you. Welcome to the barn. I'm an old school Southern Conjuring Witch, celebrating the dirt I stand on. And I hope to inspire you to celebrate your dirt. Come on, let's brew some magic together. Hello, Crossroads witches and other interesting magical beings. So good to be back. I know I haven't been making content on a regular basis since I've gotten back here to Charleston. I'm busy. I'm busy in the physical realm. I'm working on getting a property together. And of course, I'm working on my magical forest. And I've been doing some really cool stuff there, and I cannot wait until probably in the springtime when I can unveil a lot of it. So please be patient with me as I work through these next couple of months, sort of getting the rhythm of where I'm at now. I'm doing that year in a day. This is my first year in a day on site, and I'm getting the rhythm of it. And with that said, we're going to go on today's topic, which is 5 dangerous things in witchcraft. I'm not going to say the most dangerous, but I will say they're on the top of dangerous things in the witchcraft and magical community. I'm like talking a little bit about both because I think this overlaps. And the first one I want to start with is don't join a cult. C-U-L-T, a cult. And I know y'all are like sitting there saying, well, Taren, and I'm not going to join a cult. Well, let me counter that with people who join cults don't know they're joining a cult. Very few of them sit out with the idea I'm going to do it, but they end up being in one. How does that happen to them? Well, these people have a lot of charisma. All right, first start with that. It's about having your eyes wide open, about really looking at the group. One of the big things I tell people is groups in which talk about the one way, the right way, the only way, the secret way. We have secrets that no one else has. They're not a part of the magic community at large. They're over here on the side. You know, they're just trying to scoop some folks off the community type thing. And to really pay attention with some of these spiritual guru types, y'all know what I'm saying, all right? We have a lot of healthy groups, but we also have groups that are not good. So discernment, eyes wide open when you get involved in any organization, any tradition. All right, if there's that worship me person there, you need to be backing out of the room quietly. All right? Now, second dangerous thing I see happening in our community, let me get my notes. Y'all know I always have notes. All right, is paying for power, magic, credentials, and also paying for money. An investment where you can make $25,000 in a weekend if you host a sacred girlfriend circle type thing. All right. And now I'm going to say all of this with caveats because I do believe that we have to pay for certain things. All right. If a group is hosting and there's a venue and there's a cost involved, then we all should be contributing type thing. But I want you to be mindful of these 6 weeks courses, these certificate plans where they use all the right buzzwords. You can come and we're going to help support you in 6 weeks and you can have your own spiritual circle and you're going to host it and you're going to make $25,000 over the weekend. Honey, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. And also be aware of the fact these people are in the community to make money off of us. They're not here as part of a magical or spiritual journey, all right? You know, there's all sorts of different courses and programs out there, and if you buy this, free introductory little course. And when you get involved, well, you got to spend $444 on this little 36-page booklet of secrets that took me 10 years to figure out. But in 6 weeks, I'm going to teach you how to do it. And 444 is angel number, so it must be real. Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying on that one right there. Don't fall for the bullshit, all right? Right now, everybody's out there with, we're going to put a course up. We've got this program. You can get this credential. You can get this certificate. No. All right? You want to become respected in the community? It's going to take some time. There are no shortcuts. You need to be out there working with someone else in their group, seeing how it's done. You need to be sitting among a group of magical folk, all right, hearing what's going on. And if you really feel you want to start facilitating and things like that, all right, that's where you need to go get involved in someone else, see how they're facilitating, go get involved in someone else, see how they're facilitating. All right, you got to get out in the real world. Nothing takes the place of experience. There is no shortcuts. And when you have these bullshit shortcuts, you're cutting yourself short. You're cutting the people around you short. All right? I've been seeing them lately when I was up on Facebook, and I just felt like every other thing was some sort of course workshop thing. And I was like, when did our community become so commercialized with the idea that you've got to go out and spend hundreds, thousands of dollars in some bullshit program that is not what we're about? All right? If you really feel the spiritual calling, it will happen. You will find the right people. But in the meantime, don't fall for these shortcuts. And like I said, everything I said earlier was a caveat of don't pay, where I also believe you do have to pay for things. We have administrative costs here in the House of Witchcraft. The 13 Moons program, the money from that is used for the House of Witchcraft, for our website, for our Zoom room. That was what we were able to have our hospitality suite at the last conference we were at and invite everybody to it. All right, I don't make that money. And being aware of the fact we have people in our community, the only reason they're here is to see how much money they can make off of us. All right? They're not doing it because it's a spiritual calling. They're doing it because they read some ad that said they can, make thousands of dollars over the course of a weekend hosting the sacred circle of girlfriends or whatever else they want to call it. That's wrong. That's wrong. Magic and spirituality ain't like that, all right? That ain't like that. We got to be careful with our monies and our morals. And many of us do have them side by side in the same pocket, but you got to be mindful of it, all right? Now I'm going to go on with, this is a magical one, and which over the years I've said to folks, do not call forth what you cannot put down. And yes, you should experiment. Yes, you should dabble, but you don't go getting angry and deciding that you're going to holler out the 76 names of demons. Nothing good will come of that, all right? Being mindful with your research when you are working with entities, deities, energies, that you have fully researched it, you're comfortable with what you're doing, and like you heard me say at the very beginning that, when I get mad, I'm going to call the demons. Learning not emotional states are the worst time to work that type of thing, all right? When we're angry is when we are beyond out of control, and calling forth an entity within that energy realm ain't nothing good gonna come of it. That's what I'm saying, all right? And yes, experiment. Yes, get out and do it your way, but always being mindful of honor, reverence, and respect. Do not call forth what you cannot put down. If you do not understand it fully, odds are you probably ought to wait a little bit until you do understand it fully. And this one is the big one, I think, mental health. Mental health. Witches. Unfortunately, we got folks come into the community that are trying to use magic and spirituality in lieu of professional help. It should never be a replacement. It can complement. Witchcraft and spirituality definitely can help with your healing path, but it needs to be done responsibly. And in some instances, it needs to be done with professionals, all right? And I'll let you in on a little secret with the magic community. Most of us have therapists, all right? That's just part of it. I love my therapist. It's a chance to sit down and talk with somebody who has that education and is a third party and is removed from everything and lets me have a fresh perspective on my own self, all right? When you are having a schizophrenic breakdown, it's not the time to join a coven, all right? And I know that's a little extreme, but a lot of times folks come into the community thinking somehow magic's going to fix whatever they need and not willing to do the work, all right? And that's when it becomes very, very dangerous. It becomes dangerous for them. It becomes dangerous for the people that are, potentially in the group with them, okay? And that is why it is so important that we take care of ourselves. Before you start a magical, mystical, spiritual adventure, make sure that you are in a physical, mental, safe space, secure space, all right? And I know I'm getting in the edge of, what is safe, what is secure on that. And I'm like, that is an individual. My tongue just got out of my mouth, y'all. But making sure that you are mentally healthy to take on a magical spiritual journey. And if you're feeling you're not, seek the help out, all right? Calling on the goddess Hecate to fix your issues of abandonment is not a good course of healing. Just saying. Now, number 5, and I think this is the most important one of them all, is believe in yourself. I think one of the most dangerous things in witchcraft, magical, is trying to attempt things when you really, deep down inside, don't believe in yourself. When you truly don't believe that the magic is within you. When you truly don't understand how special you are. All right? And let me be the first. If had somebody ain't told y'all that today, right now, let me tell you, you are worthy. You are special. You deserve a relationship, a personal, satisfying, rewarding relationship with divinity as you know it. You are the magic. You are the master manifester. All right? Now, you have to believe that. Because if you are looking, if that which you seek you cannot find within, then surely you will not find it without. It's another magical saying here in community. What does it mean? If I can't find it within myself, I'm not going to find it on the outside of myself, all right? And a lot of these other things I was talking about is trying to find magic on the outsides of ourselves. And it's here. It's here. It's all right here. The books are great inspiration, all right? Love them. YouTube videos, I watch them too. We got some great content creators. They have some great ideas. But ultimately, the magic I create is my magic. And that's what it is about for you, is standing in your voice and your power. And you are the change in the world. And right now, we need you in this world. In case you ain't noticed, it's a little messy, all right? Magic folk move the universe. And it's for us to plant those seeds of wonderment. Those are seeds of light, seeds of goodness, kindness, gratitude, whatever phraseology, whatever words you're using. But it's time for us to step up and live our lives magically, live our lives spiritually, because when we're doing that, that energy is going out into the world, witches. It really is, all right? So get out there, be the change. Don't fall for some of this bullshit going on. And I know it's hard. I'm not sitting here talking about like I ain't never done it before. I've sat and listened to somebody thinking, wow, isn't that amazing? You know? And then having to go home and realize, wait, I think I just had glam magic used on me. You know? And then everything they said was basically them trying to convince me to buy their stuff. It reminds me of the ostrich and llama farmers. This was something that happened out in the country though. For a while people were like, ooh, get ostriches and make money. Ooh, get llamas and make money. Well, all these people bought ostriches and llamas and were like, well, what do we do with them? Because the only people making money were the people selling those ostriches and llamas initially, all right? There was no market underneath it. And that's what a lot of this stuff that you see out there with these credentials and you're going to go off and make this money. You're going to go off and be respected. There is none of that out of there, all right? And if anything, some of them are sort of little MLM, multi-marketing scheme type stuff where if I sign up, then I need to sign up a friend of mine and then I get some sort of weird girlfriend bonus. I wasn't quite sure because I didn't sign up. I was just sad that we have so much that our community with these correspondent courses, certifications, and all sorts of other things. Honey, write your own certification, all right? Now, I know, again, I'm going to say that with caveats because I do think there are credentials if you want to obviously get into a particular subject matter, then you need to go find the people that are good at it type things, all right? There it is, that fine line of we have good folks giving good information and they deserve to be paid, and we have scammy folk that ain't selling you nothing but an ostrich and llama trying to convince you that you can sell your ostriches and llamas for twice as much money, but in reality nobody's buying the ostriches and llamas, all right? And so this is that eyes wide open and discernment. I say this a lot, which is these people come in using the right buzzwords. They make it sound so good. And they love bomb you and tell you how amazing you're going to do with all this. Honey, step back, step back. This is some glam magic going on. Time to put up your shields and wards and know that you are capable of creating your own magic. You are capable of creating your own group if that's what you desire, all right? I'm the founder of the House of Witchcraft. We are a Crossroads witchcraft tradition, modern folk witches. 40 years in the making is how it happened, all right? There was no shortcuts. There was no courses or anything. It was about getting out there every full moon, getting out there and learning how to be a better facilitator, you know, and slowly over time building it up and slowly building up that magical system to where it stands on its own. And we now have generational people in the house that have been involved for a long time. All right, and it's an amazing thing to be a part of, but it's not going to happen in 6 weeks. That's what I'm saying. So, I want to hear y'all's comments on this. Of course, hit that subscribe, like, notify those buttons. But I really want to hear y'all's comments on this, all right, with the dangerous things for witches, witchcraft, magical community. What are your thoughts on it? All right, and with that said, get out there, fly those brooms, have a bright, blessed day, and as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and efavo. Alright, I done recorded this, and that camera don't like me, and I'm going to have to sit here and do it all over again. But that's okay, I'm going to do it again. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to keep doing it until I get it right.